Hello, welcome back to Project C1. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to do something that's it's a controversial issue: LED upgrades. I just want to say right now, I'm not going to do the headlights because reflectors and LEDs don't mix. So I've bought myself some Osram Nightbreakers, and I've heard good things about these, so I thought I'd give them a try. I've got the night breakers to install, I've got some daytime running lights and LED indicators to install, and we're going to convert the whole of the rear of the car to LED. Okay, so just for the purposes of this video, I'm only going to do one side, on camera anyway. The other side is exactly the same. These lights have been off in a different video, so there is going to be some RTV sealant in the back. I'll put a card up here somewhere to that video. But yeah, it's a dead simple process. 10mm nuts. Okay, so once they're out, it's a case of push the light unit sideways. There's a little locating stud just there that actually pops into the car. Okay, so once you've actually loosened the lights, and you can see the RTV sealant here, we'll pop that off. There's just a little tab in there. Push that, and it should, in theory, pop out. This one's always been a bit troublesome though. There we go. So we can see the RTV sealant on from the previous video. It's done its job. The back has remained dry. It's just one of those things, you know, you take it off, you need to replace it. Alright, so in order to remove the actual housing from the light unit itself, there's just 4 little caps just there, and that should just pull out. So if I use a screwdriver and just pop those caps off, it should just pull out. He says there we go. Okay, so we've got the housing out, and there's the bulbs. Okay, so now it comes to actually changing the bulbs themselves. This vehicle doesn't have a CAN bus on it, so that's not too much of an issue. So what we're going to do is just going to remove the old bulbs, if we can. There we go. And we're just going to pop the new bulbs straight back in. It literally is a 1-for-1 swap, if they'll fit. Come on, play the game. Okay, now I have actually neglected to buy myself a fog light, so I'm going to leave that one in just for now. I made a bit of a mess of that, unfortunately. So yeah, so we've got the stop tail in, we've got the indicator in. I'm just going to leave that one in just for now. I'll get one and I'll change it off camera, but yeah, oops. Okay, so as you probably guessed, reinstallation is the reverse of removal. Okay, so there we have one complete change, and we'll get that on the back of the car. Okay, so as you can see here, I've made a little bit of an error. The stop light, the polarity is sensitive, so I've got to take that one out, turn it around 180 degrees and pop it back in. Happy with that. Right, so next we're going to be doing the headlights and the side lights. The reason why I'm doing this is because a friend of mine sent me a link to a video on YouTube, and it happens to be a video from Cycle and Sid, who I know is in the City Book Club. So Cheers, Sid. Link to your video is in the description. I bought these. They were in your description. These are the daytime running lights and the indicators combined. So I'm going to give that a crack. I'm going to see if I can replicate what Sid did with those. And I'm also going to install the headlights, the Osram ones. So yeah, let's get on with that one. Okay, so this is the original beam pattern then. This is with the OEM bulbs. As you can see, it's not too bad, I suppose. I mean, you know, if we go for full beam, you can see the beam's nice and flat right in the middle there, and sort of points up and then points down a little bit with the OEM bulbs. They do put out a reasonable amount of light. I mean, they're not horrendous, but let's see what happens when we change the bulbs to the Nightbreakers. So, as you can see here then, these are the standard OEM bulbs. If we get a little bit closer, I realise that the exposure is going to be pretty bad, but as we get closer you can see that the side light is alright, I suppose. The main bulb is a little bit brighter than that. It's actually not that bad at all, to be perfectly honest with you. I would be quite happy driving that, but for the sake of you guys and the fact that a lot of people ask about Nightbreakers, I would very much like to give them a try. I mean, you can see the H4's pretty good. I think I might change those though. I do have a set of daylight running lights that change for those actually, so yeah, let's have a look. Right, so I've done what Sid suggested. You can watch Sid's video to understand this bit, but it's plugged into the ignition live in that box, and rather than putting it in through there, I'm running it across to the other side of the car. I've got some of these. These sticky back little cable grips, so you put a zip tie through the gaps and tie the cable to them, and I've decided they're going to go underneath on the metal part just there, all the way across. That should hold it. So yeah, let's get those stuck in and zipped in. Okay, so this is the light that we're going to be taking out. I'm going to be removing that silver spring clip. This just pulls off, and then the housing turns 45 degrees to the outside of the car and then pulls out. Alright, so what we have now is the bulb in the adapter, the DRL supply is hooked up, and what we're going to do now is just stick that resistor onto the turret just there, and then that should be good then. We'll do the same to the other side. I won't bother showing you that, it's the same thing, but yeah, we'll do the same to the other side. That should all be good then. Right, so we've got the Osram Nightbreakers. These are the laser ones, 150% on the visible and all that sort of good stuff. As you can see, I've already installed the passenger side. That was a bit of a ball ache, so in order to make things a bit easier for me, I'm just going to undo a few nuts and bolts so I can prise things open. as you can see now. These are the new bulbs that we've put in. You can see it's got that blue outer sheath. I purposefully didn't go with LEDs because these are reflector headlights, although I've just driven it and it does put out a noticeable amount of light compared to the OEM bulbs. These are the side light bulbs. That's more the look I was going for, with the whole crystal blue thing. These were an afterthought, to be honest with you, but they have turned out really well. And these are the DRLs that we were talking about earlier on. Just about focused, there we go. That's got the white lights that are ignition and the orange lights that are indicators. But all in all, I think that has turned out pretty damn good. I really like that. Okay, so that's the new Osram Nightbreakers installed. What do they look like on high beam? That's not too bad at all, that's far brighter than it was previously. My only concern is, while I've been doing it, I think I've adjusted the headlight aim, so I'll have a look at that off camera. But yeah, looks pretty good to me. So that's all the bulbs changed over to the new ones then. We've got LEDs all round, apart from the fog light at the back, because I'm an idiot, and the headlights, because, well, I've got reflectors, and reflectors and LEDs don't mix. I did what Sid told us to do in his video. Remember, down in the description, go watch Sid. He explains it far better than I did. And they look quite cool, actually. I really like those. Thanks very much to Kane for sending me the link to that one. And thanks for Sid for doing it. But yeah, while I was there, I took the opportunity to change the side lights to LED as well. So we're pretty much LED all round now. In the next one, I'll be doing the LED internal lights. I'll probably be fitting some footwell lights as well. So if you want to see that one, you know what to do. Ring the bell, like, share, subscribe, or comment, all that sort of good stuff. Instagram will be down at the bottom here. There'll be a link over here for the rest of the Citroen C1 series. And if you did like that, I'll see you in the next one.